Well, the Supreme Court taking up tariffs, one of the president's most controversial economic moves that really did redefine U.S. trade policy. Brooke Shafer following this one from Florida, where the president will be speaking today. Brooke, some major implications on the line here. What are we expecting today?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, today here in Miami, President Trump will join an elite roster of businessmen and women from across the United States. President Trump will speak to a crowd here in Miami alongside Amazon's Jeff Bezos and Serena Williams, among other names. The president, of course, at this business forum expected to talk economy. The White House says he is going to focus on the last 10 months and where we are headed next in terms of the economy, which was, of course, a central focus of President Trump's campaign. And as we have seen, even with yesterday's election, voters are still laser focused on the economy and on affordability, on cost of living. But as you said, Kelly, looming over today's talks in Miami is a major argument happening at the Supreme Court and the fate of one of President Trump's key economic initiatives, tariffs. The Supreme Court set to hear arguments this morning on whether Trump overstepped federal law when he imposed sweeping import taxes on some countries. Lower courts have said they are an illegal use of an emergency powers law. If the Supreme Court agrees, it would, of course, be a major blow to the president's economic agenda. But the White House says it is 100% confident.
The importance of this case cannot be overstated. He's been able to bring in trillions of dollars of investments into our country, and the president strongly believes that economic security is a matter of national security, and tariffs have a lot to do with that.
So, of course, with President Trump landing in Miami later today, he will not be at the Supreme Court for these arguments like he'd said he wanted to be at one point. The White House says instead Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent will head to the Supreme Court. Kelly?
Yeah, big day. All right, Brooke Shafer, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.